Hey, this is Sales and Marketing Saturday. Thanks for watching. I'm Jerry Fetta, the owner, founder, and CEO of the Wealth Dynamics brand. And I want to talk to you, if you're a salesperson, an entrepreneur, a business owner today, about how to increase your income by focusing on your level of service. Okay, now I'm going to give you a couple of specific pointers, things that I use with my team at the very end of the video. So do be sure you check it out and watch. I also want to invite you to a special bootcamp that will help you increase your income as well. So stay to the end. Otherwise, let's jump into today's content. Hey, welcome back to Sales and Marketing Saturday. I'm Jerry Fetta. So I want to talk about how to increase your income using service, right? We hear about income and we think, okay, sales. Okay, sales and marketing. We're talking sales and marketing Saturday. It must be sales, it must be marketing, right? Well, what are you marketing? Have you thought about that? What are you marketing and what are you selling? You're selling a commitment for a product or a service to be delivered to the person. The reason they're giving you money is because they think you're going to solve their problem. The reason they're interested in you is they think you're going to solve their problem, right? So when you sell something, you're committing to future delivery. Like the thing you told them has to happen now. Otherwise, you lied. You said it was going to happen and it didn't, right? If you market that you can deliver something in order to get someone's interest and attention, if it doesn't happen again, you lied. Right? And so we fall into this time today where there's a lot of focus put on sales, a lot of focus put on marketing. I don't see many entrepreneurs talking about service level. Okay, service level, like how well do you treat your people? How good is your service? What's the quality of what you're delivering? Okay, I'm not impressed by you being a closer and a good salesperson if what you deliver on the back end isn't what you told them you were going to give them on the front end, or you gave them, maybe a little bit less than they were expecting. Okay, so as consumers, when we buy things, every single one of us likes to be wowed. Like I've never seen someone go to a restaurant where the food was better than they expected, the service was better than they expected, the portions were better than they expected, and then the person complains about it. Usually they're blown out of the water. They're like, wow, that was amazing. That was not what I was expecting. Okay, so we want to give people good, unexpected experiences, pleasant surprises, in other words, right? So if I'm a salesperson, I should always be thinking about, how do I make this person pleasantly surprised? How do I give them a good, unexpected experience? Right? And that's where we go above and beyond. So let's say I'm just to give you an example, let's say I'm calling someone, I've got an internet lead that just came in, I'm on the phone with them, right? They just came in. What's something I can do that's unexpected and doesn't need to cost you money? Immediately send them a text message. Okay, impress them with how fast you are. Fast service is good service. So if it came in 30 seconds ago, it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m. and I've got my phone and I'm up, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna see, I just got a lead. I'm gonna text them, hey, this is Jerry Fetta with Wealth Dynamics. I just saw that you're interested in learning more about blah, 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 blah. What information can I help you with? Okay, most people are gonna be wowed just by that, right? Now, if on top of that, I focus on giving them value, I'm sending them articles, I'm sending them videos, I'm sending them free courses, right? An example of this would be, I literally just wrote a book. I wrote my next book completely free, and I also included a video course that I'm not charging for, right? Because people aren't buying the value of my time. To be honest, nobody gives a shit what I think my time is worth. I'm the CEO of a company. My time is worth $1,000 an hour. Nobody cares. That doesn't matter. It doesn't solve anyone's problem. That's cool, but it makes no difference in anyone's life. Right? Like that's my own personal, like, oh, I think my time is worth this much. Good. Well, where's the money? Where's the value? Like go produce that, and that's why your time would be that much, worth that much. And people will pay you that much because of the help you're giving them, not because you're announcing how much you think your time is worth. Right? So this book I just wrote, I spent hours writing it. I included a free course. It's stuff we could be charging for. We're not. And the reason why is that's free value. Right? You have to look at this from an economic standpoint. There's inflation and deflation. Inflation is when there's more money than goods. Okay, deflation is when there's more goods than money, right? You actually want to purposefully cause deflation, where you're pushing out more delivery than there is income. You never want to be in a position where your income exceeds your delivery, right? Because as soon as that happens, you're indebted to your clientele. You're indebted to your staff. You're indebted to your public. So you want it to be the other way around, where they always owe you slightly more than you owe them. Meaning you're always delivering more than they paid. You're always giving them more than they paid. Okay, and that level of service comes from, again, how do I surprise people? How do I wow them? How do I give them great experiences? Okay, because they can be pleasantly surprised and have an unexpected good experience. But on the flip side, if I don't do this, they can be unpleasantly surprised, where they're gonna have an unexpected bad experience, right? They go in and because your sales presentation is so good and you're so good at communicating and you're so good at handling their objections and you're so good at closing, guys, trust me, I've been there, I've done this. You're so good at all that stuff that they're like, wow, they have this idea of what the service is gonna be like, then they sign up and it's not that. And then they feel burnt. They're like, I was expecting it was gonna be better. I was told this, I was told that. You know, I was given this commitment, I was given that promise, and then on the back end, it just wasn't there. So if you're a salesperson working for a company, I'm not gonna say you need to work for a company that's perfect at this, because no company is. You need to work for a company that cares about this and is constantly improving it. Even if they don't have it down yet, if they're making an effort and they're like consciously focusing on how do we make the experience better. Okay, if you study Amazon, that's one of the reasons Amazon is so good. Jeff Bezos is obsessed with the customer experience. That's the number one thing he cares about. Okay, and if you think about that, like, okay, good, you order something from Amazon, how quickly does it show up to your door? How easy is it to send back if it's not the right thing? Right, how quality is the product? Like, good pricing as well. So he's gotten a good product. You have fairly priced, it's pretty cheap, it's easy for you to find. Okay, it's easy for you to order, it gets there almost instantaneously. I've ordered stuff from Amazon the end of the same day, it's at my door. Right? Now imagine if it wasn't that way, if he was focused on being really good at marketing, being really good at sales, being an influencer, being this, being that, instead of the customer experience. That's cool, you generate a bunch of attention, you get website traffic, you get sales, and then the product was slow, the quality wasn't good. You know, we got it, we didn't know how to use it, we wanted to send it back, we couldn't, right? You don't want to go back to that place, right? So if you're a salesperson, like, you should be with a company where that is one of their main focuses, if not the main focus, is the customer experience. Okay, and then your focus should be that too. As a salesperson, I would say you can be bad at sales and good at service and you're still gonna make it. Okay, it's not true to say the other thing, good at sales and bad at service. I think if you're good at sales and bad at service, you're not gonna make it. Right? Like I've seen time and time again, good salespeople, bad back-end service, they don't last long, right? They never make a bunch of money, right? They're always trying to look at how do I get the next close, the next deal, but it doesn't ever turn into something scalable, right? And then the final part of this is like, there's the quality of the service, which is like how much attention and care do we give to the customer or the client to really make them have a winning experience. The other element to that is your service good in the first place? Okay, am I selling something that actually helps people? And fortunately for me, I sell a service that actually does help people. For me, like, I care about the help more than the money. I would do this for free, right? Like I could wake up and not get paid anything, and I would just do this. And if I just did that and that was it, I would be happy because I'm helping, right? I wouldn't feel this way if I was selling something I didn't feel good about. If I was selling pharmaceutical pills to people, I wouldn't feel good about that. If I was selling, back when I was a financial advisor, stocks portfolios where inside the mutual fund, you're investing in a company that builds missiles. Okay, I don't feel good about that, right? So you have to look at, am I sold on my product? Is it a good product? Is it really helping people? And then also, what's the service level like? And is that a primary focus, right? So I want to give you a couple of tips, a couple of things that you can do in order to improve your service levels if you're a salesperson. Okay, I gave you one of them already, and that one is speed. Okay, speed. I want you to follow up fast. Okay, be the first one to call, the first one to text, the first one to check in. Okay, second thing is I want you to change the way you do your follow-up. I never want you again to call someone and say, hey, just checking in. You ready to sign the contract yet? Are you done thinking about it? Like, I don't want you ever to do that. I want you sending value only. Okay, if you know what they're interested in, go find them a YouTube video, find them an article, find them a book, find them a something, send them that. And then you have a reason to follow up. Hey, I just sent you an article that I think would really be beneficial to you. Let me know what you think. Right? That's value add follow-up. Did I check in? I did. But I gave them something. And tip that value scale. Okay, and then the other one that salespeople are notoriously bad about is following up with their current clientele. Right? Service the people you already sold. Right? This is a marriage. It's not like a prostitute. You paid one time and then you don't talk to them ever again. Like, you're treating your clients that way. They're not going to stick around. They're going to go somewhere else. Treat them like you're married. Like, you check in with them. You follow up. You touch base. You see how they're doing. You find out what their experience is. You find out what their needs are, and you continue going back. And by doing that, you cultivate relationships and they end up doing more business with you. They end up sending you those referrals, right? So that's what I've got for you today. Those are 3 tips you can implement. And if you're watching this, there's 2 things I want to give you before I wrap up. The first one is if you've not bought a ticket to our arena bootcamp, it's June 3rd. June 3rd, it's a digital bootcamp. And part of this is going to be a friend of mine that's speaking. We've not announced him yet, but he's one of the top business consultants in the world. And he's going to be speaking about how do you implement this stuff, right? How do you go from being a salesperson to being business minded, or taking your entrepreneurial venture from one person to scaling it to a company you can actually step away from and have it still expand. Okay, so grab the ticket there. You go to store.jerryfetta.com for that. The other one is if you are a licensed insurance agent or a current client of mine and you want to represent my company as a salesperson, I want to talk with you about that. Like we're looking for agents and ambassadors right now. You do need to have a life insurance license or be able to get one. So if you're interested in that one, just comment below. Let us know that you want to, learn more about our team, possibly join up with us, and we can set up a call and talk to you more about that. Otherwise, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.